All right, guys, so welcome to the IPC TV. You're joined by me in Sydney, Australia. Tonight, I've got one more inspirational co-author, and I'm going to let her speak for herself, introduce herself, because she is amazing. Agnieszka from Poland. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, that's the worst question for introvert. So yeah, I'm Agnieszka or Aga. It's easier to pronounce. And welcome from Warsaw in Poland. I'm a skin expert in Poland, and I will be skin sensei in English world. But yeah, I'm a skin freak. We can say I'm not skin care, but skin freak and skin passionist. And I've been in beauty industry for 18 years right now. And during all these years, I discovered that there is a problem how we approach our skin, our skincare. And that's why we are not able to reach our goals, like whatever it is, beautiful skin or healthy skin, however we want the skin looks like. We are not able to achieve it because we have been taught some bad rules, patterns. And let's say it very clearly, beauty industry doesn't want us to feel happy in our skin, whatever, the skin is, because it might be the skin. For me, it's always the skin, but for me personally, it's my body. And it might be, every aspect of us feeling beautiful or good enough. So it's the beauty industry doesn't want us to feel happy, confident, beautiful, because if we feel like that, it means that there's no sales, there's no there's no money in it, and we need to say it clearly. And that's my mission in with the Beauty and the Beast podcast. I want to show how to take care of the skin from your skin point of view, and to finally reach the goal, not only from the skincare point of view, not only from buying new products point of view, but also from emotional point of view, from, let's call it, mental or psychic point of view. Because let's say it clearly, if you have pimples, brown spots or wrinkles or whatever the imperfection or flaw or you call it, you don't feel well in your skin because it's your like business card. That's why we put so much makeup on it. We covered our skin. And I would like to, mostly women, but it's also connected to men, but I would like mostly women to feel like, okay, I can go out without any makeup on my skin and feel pretty or feel accepted, feel worthy. Not by hearing all the advertisement, all the marketing claims that I'm forced to buy another beauty product to feel better. No, it's just I feel better because I feel better, because I accept myself. And if you don't like it, just go to hell.
I love that. But that's really fascinating that you say that, because I suppose, and guys, please go and check Aga out through YouTube. We were just talking before the show started, and you're just smashing it on YouTube and everything. And I know that you're converting that towards the English market next, and that's your main premise and everything. But I suppose with what you've done, you've gone against the grain. So there's all these companies that are obviously trying to push the marketing, and there's marketing manipulation, whereas here's Aga, who's come through and gone, no, I want people to accept themselves for themselves and do this. How do you, because we have a lot of listeners who are held back by fear. They don't go up against the grain, so to speak, and do things, but you put yourself out there and built a successful business and a community yourself. And your following is huge on YouTube, as I said, and your other social media. So people have clearly resonated, but how have you cut through the noise and not let anyone judge you or have fear of that stuff?
Yeah, it's difficult because, all the algorithms of social media, and I can see it right now when I just came to the point when I'm around 100,000 of followers on YouTube. It's very difficult to say something from a theoretical, or I would say, like, from science point of view, because the algorithms of YouTube, they don't like it. They prefer that I just do some clickbait stuffs about cosmetics, like top 5 of Skin Expert, or top promotions or discounts in this drugstore or something like that, which I do because it's a business also. But yeah, it was kind of like we say in Polish that you just, when you want to do something against some rules, you are just trying to hit the wall. And I'm just laughing that, yeah, I, for the last 8 years, because I'm a skin expert, skin sensei for the last 8 years, I've had a lot of headache, and it's very tiring, and it's very frustrating, and it cost me my health, because my problems with insulin resistance, it's based on not only how I perceived my body, but also what I did with my diet, which was also one of the case, but also the cortisol, the stress of being perfect in what I'm doing. Just remember that I'm really pure, almost pure introvert, and I'm going live out, out of my very, very comfort zone, recording. The recording part, it's like, okay, it takes like 2 hours for one movie. But then I need the rest of the day and the next day to get rest and to get my energy kind of recharge again, because it's so tiring for my body. So yeah, I've got a lot of headache during the last 8 years.
I can imagine, but look, you're still standing, you've consistently gone ahead with it, and look where you are now. Can you just say or tell people, I know because I've read it, but with your chapter in the book, what it's titled and what is the premise behind it, without giving too much information? Because guys, we are launching tomorrow. We are on the eve today of the launch, and we want you to go out and grab yourself a copy, pay it forward, pass it to as many people as you can. And this is truly an inspirational story, but without giving too much away, what is the title and what's it about?
Yeah, the title is Beauty and the Beast. Well, it's pretty much what I said. I realized that we were taught and we were kind of programmed even that there is some kind of unattainable beauty, which we should just, like trying to reach, trying to follow all the rules to reach this beauty pattern, whatever it is. And I realized the beauty is in us, and the beast, it's called the beauty industry. And that's in one sentence, that's all about. But yeah, there is a story, my personal story. It's not about, and funny, it's not about skin.
But with that being said, in everything that you've learned, attesting to obviously the movement, the global movement, what does being imperfectly perfect mean to you now?
Wow. It's letting me do things, not exactly my head is telling me they should look like. So letting me do or make my own mistakes, the small one, the big one, like letting me accept the way that I'm not, like this ideal robotic, even automatic kind of cyborg thing or human being, letting me cry when I watch some document or movie or listen to the music which is touching, and it's not being afraid of someone else seeing my tears. That's imperfectly perfect means to me, just accepting myself, accepting my emotions. That was the biggest, I would say, the biggest thing I've learned when I processing this thing being imperfect or not being perfect at all. Even though, yeah, I still have it, and I still, whenever I It's like with the health thing, like hungry, angry, lonely, tired, and I need to remember about it whenever one of the things is happening. Is like, yeah, you should have done this, or you should not have done this, or just whatever it is. Like, you could be better. You could done this better. You could have done this better. It's like, oh, it's so annoying, and it's in my head, and it's our brain, and I know it. And right now, I know it's my ego, and right now I'm learning how to kind of tame a bit my ego, and just discover my true me, or we can call it soul, true self, true me, spiritual me, whatever you want. But it's being more kind to yourself. And that means also that it's not, that it's not weak. Being kind to yourself and being kind of softer doesn't mean that you are weak, because I was always thought about myself that I'm, strong woman, so independent, and I'm still is that this person, but emotional part is also my part of me. And that doesn't mean that I'm, weaker or less independent or less free, or yeah. So it's that, I would say, that's imperfectly perfect. I can't hear you. You muted.
Oh, it's sometimes in here in Sydney, we have planes that like go near to where we live, and it's like, so I have to go on mute really, really quick. And anyway, but
I know what you mean. I have planes next to my balcony too. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So it's like mute really quick, and then it goes past.
Yeah, I know.
But with the process that you've obviously been through, one of the things that I loved about this book that drew IPC towards it was the aspect of notes to my younger self. And you've shared that so eloquently, like the rest of the co-authors. What is your hope for the book by your story going out there?
Yeah, well, my mission is that we, especially women, but regardless of age, but mostly for a younger, the one who are so into social medias, into fake pictures, into fake Instagram accounts, and fake advertisement. Because when I was younger, it was only if you bought the colorful magazine you could see the pictures. Right now, it's everywhere. You just you just turn on your phone, and it's like, yeah, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, just Facebook, and wherever you want to see, there are some pictures of beauty ladies, and they're really beauty. But we know, okay, I know that it's or done with aesthetic medicine, or with very strong professional makeup, and it's not the way we look every single day in a mirror. And I would like all the young and older women, all women, regardless of age, to know that, okay, it is a fake thing. It is like it is supposed to act on our emotions, on our how to say, on our willingness to feel perfect, to feel confident. And it's all in us. And we don't need to buy another cosmetic because it will not work on our skin if it's not needed by our skin. For example, when we say or speak about skin, and we have this tendency to buy some new product, like new clothes, new makeup thing, new cosmetic, new skincare product, and we just want to kind of pray to this product, like, please be good to me, please be good to me, do this thing that I will look, better, younger, I don't know, more sophisticated, whatever. And it's not the product, it's our mindset, it's our emotions. And we can change it, but it's a changing of the programming. We were taught from a very, 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 very young age, because it starts right now when I hear mothers just asking, how I should treat the skin, or how I should, what should I buy for my, I don't know, 6, 7 years old daughter. Wow, when I was 7 years, I didn't even think about cosmetics. It was like, there was something that my mom had, like, eyeshadows, and I was just using it during the Christmas, New Year's Eve, like to cover all my face with some kind of rainbow colors, and it was fun, like for one evening.
Yeah.
I didn't even thought to put some kind of skincare product except from winter, when I had kind of cold cream on my face to protect my skin from like -20 degrees freezing temperature. So that was it. And right now you start figuring out how to get rid of some kind of blackheads on a 7 years old girl's skin, which is completely normal that they appear. And it's like, okay, it's normal. Your skin just changing and it's getting more oily a bit, but it doesn't mean anything right now. Just wait at least for the, like puberty thing, puberty period of time with the first menstruation. But even though you can have a young girl with a menstruation and then nothing happened with the skin, so just don't bother to take care of the skin right now when there's nothing happened. If there's some kind of like points, like some kind of let's call it tendency, the skin starting to be oily, or there's excess of sebum, you can prevent with skincare just from having the pimples, but not when there's no, like nothing to think of. There's something wrong with the skin. So just don't overreact. That's what would I would like to say. Don't overreact. Don't over panic, I would say. Even the skin is a skin. It's a huge organ, and it can deal with many of the problems we've created so far. So just be nice to your skin. We forget that even our stress, the way how we think of the skin, how we look at the skin, what we say in our head about our skin, like many women say, like, I keep on fighting with my skin. This fighting mode means the cortisol in your whole body, and the skin feels it. And it's scientifically proven that the skin is connected with the cortisol receptors, and we can have skin diseases like atopic dermatitis, like eczema, like seborrheic dermatitis, or acne, because of the stress from some kind of trauma, or from our, like, let's call it bad thinking. And when you go, some more, it's okay, more or less scientifically proven, but when you go into the theory of water of Dr. Masaru Emoto, there was an experiment when there was a music played to some kind of water devices, let's call it like that, the devices with water in it. And then the water was observed under the microscope, and depending on music which was played, there was a different shapes of water. The very, very, very beautiful one, like snowflakes, when there was a kind of classical music played, to the more ugly ones when there was like heavy metal music played. So that means that we, with our words, the vibration, even not the words, but the vibrations behind the words, we can influence our skin, because the skin is water. So when you say, yeah, I love my skin, it's so cool, it's not much better than when you say, I hate my skin. Look at the whole body reaction, the words, like the intonation, like, I hate my skin. It's like, I hate my skin. I love my skin. You are so relaxed. I hate my skin. I can feel it in my stomach and my, like, it's third chakra thing. So it's so stretched, and skincare is one thing, and I proven with many thousands, thousands of my clients, that we can deal with only with skincare. But also, I know that as an empath, I was taking the emotions, and I was giving the hope that the skincare will work, and this hope, this feeling of release, that okay, there's someone else who will help me, who will guide me. That was this part of going from I hate my skin to okay, I accept my skin. I don't ask you to love your skin from from the very beginning, because this change is so, it's difficult. And just to be clear, I wouldn't say I love my body right now. I accept it. I'm still learning to give in the love to my body and to be grateful that my body is still carrying what I doing still, right? What I did, what I'm doing to my body, not only with the wrong diet, wrong food, etc., but also with all the emotions, stress, working hard till late, and being workaholic, etc. It's our body who is supposed to just, like be in it and just carry us towards other things without, in my case, without any happy, joyful moments, because it was like the perfectionist doesn't have that. It's like joyful, the joy, I don't know. So yeah, that's the process in every single case. But with me realizing what happened in my case, transferring it into the skin, it's even, it's easier to understand other people's feelings, other people's problems, issues with skin, and just dealing with all the imperfect or kind of perfect. How to say even? Okay, so I wanted to say something smart, but no, it's not that yet, not there yet. Yeah, but with our tendency to become a perfect skin person, whatever the perfect skin is.
Yeah. Seriously, it's just blown me away listening to this, because there's a lot of stuff you've just made a lot of sense on. Like when you was talking about, and I know this from a fitness and health background, but with the cortisol related to the skin, years ago when I went through body dysmorphia, that was my struggles. And when I was hating myself, it was because I was stressed. I was releasing more cortisol. My skin was, I was saying the exact words you were saying, like, I hate it. And yes, I was thinking back going, I was actually more like this, just hating it. Whereas now I can literally stand proud and be like, I feel good. And that water just drops off. And I think so many people need to hear a lot more. And you've already taken and been successful in Poland. And now you're transferring that towards internationally. So tell us more about where people can find you and what your plans are to dominate the world.
Yeah, I would agree with domination like 10 years ago. Right now, it's like there is no domination word in my world. It's softer,
Yeah.
but it's still powerful. It's like yeah, instead of being strong, it's rather being powerful. So yeah, but yeah, there's a new website, skinsensei.io. And yeah, I'm closer to finishing the first episode of the podcast, The Beauty and the Beast. And I'm trying to figure it out how to go more live, because definitely I prefer to go live than to record something, according to script or something like that. So I need to figure it out, and it's not yet in my head or in my heart. But as my friend said, you will be notified. So for now, it's a new website, skinsensei.io. There's an Instagram account, but there is nothing yet. I don't like Instagram, frankly speaking, and so it's like.
But your YouTube works for you. Your YouTube works for you, so you don't break anything or change anything when something's working for you. So
Yeah, yes and no. The YouTube algorithm also demands some kind of script. Like
Yeah, true.
15 minutes, the longest version of the movie. If there is a longer version of the movie, it's like the lower, results, etc. And when I start talking about skin, especially when there's some kind of Q&A question, it takes like hours. I have my clients in some kind of support group in a so-called club, and when we have like Q&A questions, it takes like at least 2 or 3 hours to answer the questions about skincare, some kind of skin issues, and these are the people who had already changed the skincare, and they are more satisfied with the skin. They have the right skincare routine, and they still have so many questions about the new brands, new products, etc. Especially we have the very we have big market, we have big cosmetic market, so it's there are a lot of new products, new trends, new active ingredients, and people feel like confused, lost in it, and it's like how to find a way in this cosmetic jungle to not to buy new product, not to believe. That's also the problem, because everyone right now, every cosmetic company claims that the product is according skin needs. So when I say, okay, we are talking about skincare routine according skin needs, like, okay, I have heard it. Like even the biggest companies like L'Oreal, like Nivea, they are just claiming the same thing. And it's like, is there any difference in what she's saying in comparison to the companies? Yeah, there is a difference, because you cannot have the micellar solution prepared according skin needs, because it's over claiming something. It's a bull. So when I look at the skin, I look at the whole skin barrier, which is epidermal part of the skin. It's not just a basic layers. And I look at the genetic and epigenetic conditioning, and it's much more complicated. And therefore, it's not that easy to understand or accept the change. So that makes also difficult, because it's easier to buy the new cosmetic instead of like listening to the lady talking about genetic and epigenetic conditioning, and that I should like my skin. It's easier to buy cosmetics and pray to cosmetics to to do the job, which unfortunately it's kind of a vicious circle. And so yeah, I have a difficult mission.
But you are well on your way. As I say, you've already done some amazing things. And I just want to say, on behalf of myself, Kezia, all the rest of the co-authors, thank you for stepping up, paying it forward. Guys, I'm going to put all the links up where you can go and find Aga's website and all the rest of the socials. You might not see much content on Instagram. She doesn't like it, as she said. But you will find everything that you need to do if you need to contact her. What's your podcast called? Is that going to be Beauty and the Beast as well?
Beauty and the Beast, yeah. Yeah.
And that can be found across, you've done your first episode, that can be across iTunes, Spotify, all the rest?
Yes, yeah, that's the plan, yeah. And on the website too. So it's just, I hope it will be at least during the first episode, will be at least during the first week, the next week. So I will just give you guys some time to read the book, and then you can just jump on and find the first episode of the Beauty and the Beast podcast, kind of continuation, and also just educating how to start accepting your skin and not feed the beast.
That is amazing. So guys, remember, check out everything to do with the links with Aga, and remember, we are on the eve of the launch. So the book actually comes out tomorrow. You can grab your pre-release copy now. You could have grabbed it for the past couple of weeks. I know it's like we've been all over socials everywhere promoting this book, The launch is tomorrow, so if you haven't grabbed it, go ahead to Amazon. The links are across everybody's socials at the moment because we're thankful everyone sharing it. It is going to make an impact. We are positively trying to impact over 1 billion lives. Pay it forward notes to my younger self in collaboration with Imperfectly Perfect Campaign. Volume 4, we have 10 inspirational co-authors, Aga being one of them. We have more celebrity co-authors, endorsements, testimonials. So guys, make sure you go and grab a copy. And until next time, make sure you keep having the hard conversations because it's the hard conversations that save lives.